Hello everybody, Fuzzfinger here, welcome back to our Let's Play for Cities of Tomorrow. And I'm just waiting for the city to load here. I started the episode perhaps a few seconds too soon there. But this is our first, is this our first or second city in this region? It's our second look because we've got our Mega Tower city over there. I've been playing so many different regions recently that I'm getting confused on which is which. But this is the city I've dedicated to my Let's Play, so I only play this when I'm recording for this series. So all my other spare time in Simcity is played across other regions, including the region I've got dedicated to my live stream. So if you want to check me out playing Simcity live, then please see my Twitch account for times as to when I'm currently doing that. Now, we've recently begun expanding our city, and we have been working on our Mega Tower, even though we've been having some issues with it, it's got to be said. I do seem to remember that we built a little bit more than that. I thought we'd built a mall level, or am I getting confused with one of my other regions? More than likely, because there's been no rollbacks or anything, so everything should be okay there. The second level isn't too pleased at the moment though. They want some more education. Let's speed things up just a tad here. So we might have to look into that. We're not making a whole lot of money at the minute, but when we start an Amiga city, which I'm tempted to do quite soon, now that we've got our university going, then hopefully we'll see the profits rolling in. Let me just check what we're doing here at the university. We can put in an upgrade at this particular point. Perhaps a School of Business would be useful. That sounds like a good means of collecting some more money into the city, which would be useful. Or School of Science. Those are the two that I'm tempted by, in all honesty. Or maybe even a School of Engineering, because we're going to start getting green fires around our industrial buildings, I should imagine. And hazmat fire engines are the solution to that. Now, with that said, I think all we can really think of doing for the time being here is to begin the process of upgrading. Now, we're okay with facilities at the moment, apart from transport. We do have some traffic problems, but I'm not going to worry or concern myself too much with those at the moment. Instead, I think we're just going to get straight into the thick of it today with upgrading the amount of residents, or improving the amount of residents and shoppers and everything else along those sort of lines. So I think we'll either start by adding to our Mega Tower. We're going to have another Mega Tower here later. Maybe we can plonk that in first. Or should we actually start it with the process of more zoning? And we've got commercial here, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a little bit more commercial maybe along this region with some residential. We do have quite a lot of medium wealth residential demand, and a tad bit of tech or industrial demand as well. So yeah, I'm thinking that we're going to start... The problem is the best way to fulfill large amounts of demand is to build levels on the Mega Tower, but they're really not happy there, which is annoying because we do have education. And it wasn't at capacity either, 562 students. So we'll have to hopefully hope that those people are going to recognise that we've got education and start moving into it. All our demand's going up now, so let's start building some more roads, because we haven't built a whole lot since we started this episode just yet. We'll start building across here. Like that, and we'll have a little bit of a curvature going on. If it will let me do a bit of a curvature. Just to bring it down nicely. There. Will that connect? Yes, it will. And we've got quite a bit of space, so let's bring some straight roads. And I'm going straight for high density for obvious reasons. We don't need to be worried too much about low density at this point. We'll build those there just to maximise the amount of zoning we're going to be able to do. To be honest, it's probably not maximised, it's just my best guess at doing so. Now, I'm going to want some medium wealth here. As you can see, that's where most of our demand is. So no, we'll zone first. Oh wow, our profits have just skyrocketed up from 2,000 to 6,000. That's nice to see. We're gonna zone the whole of that area as residential. But what we're gonna do is stick some parks and all the other good stuff in there. Let's start with an athletic centre, because that will increase the land value around the area, but also start to futurise our cities, which is something we would like to see. I'm not going to put a baseball field in, but we could put some parks in. They're not as big, but will hopefully have the same kind of effect. Let's put one there as well, and maybe a row of trees. Okay, so I'm happy to keep this. Oh no, we'll stick a row there as well. Now, is that medium wealth? So I only asked because, yeah, I think it is. I thought medium wealth might have been just a tad dark. I didn't know if we'd quite crossed the border from low wealth to medium. But I'm guessing that we have based on the houses that are now being built. So hopefully we'll get people moved into these fairly quickly. And then we'll start to see that demand just being lowered to a more respectable level. And hopefully we'll be seeing our shoppers and whatnot increasing. We will have to put some industrial in just a moment. Then let me just see if these are still sad. Yes, they are. We could close that. As you can see, by doing that our profit goes up. But I think we just need to wait for these people to be happy. They demand education for their kids. There is education. I mean, there's a bloody education level there that's nowhere near capacity. And there's a whole university here for them to come and visit, so they need to sort themselves out and get their priorities right. And we are going to be looking at industrial next, aren't we? So what have we got here? Is this residential? It's commercial, that's good. We can put industrial around there. We don't have a lot more space for industrial, to be honest, because, well, we're going to be crossing over into polluting other areas of the city. Now, it's good to have your university by your industrial because it improves the tech. I don't want to get this too close to the residential, so we'll leave it there for now. Maybe do some next to our police station, get another factory put up. There and there. All good. That's starting to go down a bit now. That's what I want to see. Okay, our garbage dump is working efficiently. Always useful to get an incinerator on pretty much as soon as you build your garbage dump. It just means that you never have to add on to it. If you stick your incinerators on at a later point in time, you'll find that you're struggling to keep up with the amount of garbage coming in at that moment. So we need to get some trees down here. That will help deplete some of this sewage and ground pollution we can see. If we just go across here, we can plant forest. And the trees will die, I think, but we can replant them again after. That's not a problem. Just get them all over. Let's take them right down to the beach, shall we? That'll do. That'll do nicely. And like I say, hopefully they'll suck up that sewage that's seeped out, because that will kill the land value, it really will. And I know we haven't got any residential there, but it's still not a good idea for the general value of the city, in all honesty. And there's a lot of green space here, but I'm guessing when these cities start expanding into higher densities, then that should start being filled up. How are we on our commercial? We've got a little bit of medium wealth commercial required. So if I just go into land value, I'm going to put some commercial down this stretch here, which is medium value. And so hopefully that will fulfill some of that demand. Probably not a lot of it, because obviously the bigger your city gets, the demands represent more of what they need in that particular area. So one strip of commercial will probably fulfill quite a bit of high demand earlier on in the game, but at this point, with this population, it won't. And power has now become an issue. Let me just find our power plant. We've gone for the oil power plant after we replaced our wind farms. And the problem is we're producing enough power, we're just not getting enough oil. So if I put global deliveries of crude oil on, it's a little bit expensive, It's quite a high price, but hopefully that'll mean then that will stay nicely stocked up. Basically what it means is that oil is going to come from other players across the game in other cities. Hence the reason why the price can fluctuate. You can pretty much set your own price as far as I am aware, but I've never actually looked into it too much. We can upgrade our city hall. I'm not sure exactly what it is we've got over. Oh, we could upgrade twice, could we? Ah, very good. So we already have a Department of Safety. Is that what that is? What have we got down there? Oh, right, that must be a Department of Utilities. We only need these two. Look, tourism or transportation. And I will say let's go for transportation, seeing as how we have some traffic problems at the moment. And then we can stick our tourism one in. Well, we could stick it in now, really, couldn't we? Nothing to stop us from doing so. How much are they? 15,000 simoleons. I think we can afford to do that. I'm not going to put it on top, even though it's going to look a little bit messy having two on one side here, just in case these houses want to expand. So, I mean, I am going to put it on top, so I didn't mean not on top there. You know what I mean. Right, anyway. We've actually maxed out our city hall upgrades now across both cities for the region, which means we can start looking at how we can improve our transport. We could build a mayor's mansion if we want to increase our land value to whatever it would increase it to. Maybe we could do that there. Then we'll just see how that's affected the land value. Building density, you can go away. I don't want to see you. Not interested. Right, where are we, land value? Well, it doesn't actually increase it as much as I expected it to be honest. And I want this to be all medium wealth, but I guess as we expand that and add it on later, we can do all sorts of good stuff. Greenhouses, extra floors. We need... oh right, okay. Basically we need to wait before we can upgrade the mayor's mansion. I don't think I've ever really spent time on the mayor's mansion before. Maybe I'll do that on the live stream as well, see what we can get out of it. But we've got a nice 8,000 simoleons coming in per hour, which isn't too bad for a city that's not really been specialised in anything. We haven't got much in the way of Omega or tourism. In fact, we've got neither of either. And, okay, people are happy here now. Although they're still demanding... they're not happy, in fact. It's just green up there for some reason. They're still demanding education for their kids, even though if they actually poke their heads out the window and look up, they'll see a school. And they're still not actually moving in. There's only 6 out of 600. I do hope it's still not bugged. Megatowers were famously bugged on the Cities of Tomorrow launch. But Maxis were supposed to fix that, so we'll have to find out, I guess, if they have or not. Oh, that's an interesting building. I don't think I've seen that type before. Is that a futuristic one? Yeah, it is. Look, we've got the athletic centre there. That's pretty funky. Very good. We've got a nice city coming on now, I think. A nice profitable city. And I think our next city... I don't know whether to go for tourism or maybe go for Omega. I'll have a think about that. Maybe you guys could let me know in the comment section what you want to go for next. But we're going to finish the episode here. I know we haven't done a huge amount today, but at least we've had a good old play. And we've turned a profit round. We've got 260,000 simoleons in the bank now. So I'm going to say goodbye now, folks. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time. Bye everyone. Take care.